Good Saturday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic Friday yesterday. But we are here on Saturday for another forecast update. I am your host, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for today. Right now, if we look at the current radar, we do have a storm or a shower, thunderstorm, downpour, or whatever this thing is doing up there just near Dillon right now, and it's kind of expanding a little bit. It is gaining some convection with it, but it's leaving South Carolina, so it's not going to cause us any type of major problems. And as we go on and move to the entire United States, you can see that we do have some convection over just off the East Coast as well, and we also have some flooding going on, going down from Virginia all the way down through South Carolina into Florida as well. And then even up here inside of the Midwest, we do have some rain inside of the upper Midwest, the upper Great Lakes, and Canada. Also, some flooding concerns for the panhandle of Texas, Oklahoma, and the northeastern New Mexico. But everyone else, I guess you could say we do have some rain over here inside the Rockies, but other than that, that's pretty much it in terms of for South Carolina. Here is our cloud cover. Cloud cover right now is showing really just some very good skies, not really too much in terms of cloud cover. May have a couple, maybe have like a couple of clouds, maybe near like Columbia or something like that. Um, Maybe up there near Rock Hill, and just to the north and east of Florence as well. Augusta, Savannah, Myrtle Beach, places like that. You do have the chance for some cloud cover over there. And then here's our cloud cover total percentage as you push this forward. You can start to see that the cloud cover will thin out as we go through today, and that is a really good thing because we don't have to worry about any cloud cover, mainly for the majority of the day as we go into like the evening hours as well. You can start to see that that cloud cover does start to try and expand a little bit, but right now it just seems to be just very clear, and partly cloudy, I should say. And here's our temperature: 77 in Columbia, 79 in Charleston and Beaufort, Georgetown as well, Myrtle Beach as well, 75 for Rock Hill, Greenville, Anderson, 77 for Augusta, 77 in Sumter and Florence. So you're either at 75 degrees, 77 degrees, or 79 degrees. Here's our high temperatures for today. We're 94 in Columbia, 88 in Charleston, 93 inside of Aiken, 87 in Myrtle Beach, 91 inside of Rock Hill, 91 in Spartanburg, 93 in Greenville, 95 in Anderson, 93 in Greenwood, 93 in Sumter, 91 in Florence, 90 in Moncks Corner, 91 in Walterboro, 90 inside of Georgetown. Peak sustained winds in terms of today. Peak sustained winds going to be pretty calm today, especially if you're not near the coast. Around 3 to 5 miles an hour, maybe even a 6 or a 7 mile per hour out there throughout most of South Carolina. But once you get towards the coast, 10 to 12 miles an hour is possible. The further away from inland, or the further away inland you get. Here's our peak wind gust. Peak wind gust is going to be, again, just one of those days where it's like not really, again, like too windy. It's going to be kind of calm. I mean, you may have a gust of like 15 miles an hour near the coast, but other than that, I mean, everything else is looking fine. Maybe 12 up there near Greenville and Anderson. Everywhere else seems to be below like double digits. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours. You can start to see here that a we do have a threat for some high rain totals, even up there near Chirac, where you can see 1 to 1.5 inches is possible for Chirac. Maybe a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch possible for Rock Hill, tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch for Spartanburg, quarter of an inch to a half an inch for Greenville, hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch for Anderson, mainly a quarter of an inch to a half an inch for Aiken, a hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch for Charleston, Hilton Head Island, Myrtle Beach, half an inch to an inch for Dillon, maybe even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch for Sumter, maybe even an inch to an inch and a half for Florence as well. So again, some very heavy rainfall can be possible in some areas as we push through today and going into tomorrow. And we did get an update as well. I'll talk about that in terms of excessive rainfall as well. I'll talk about that in a second, which is probably why we have these high rain totals. Here's our day one categorical outlook. As you can see, thunderstorms are possible for most of South Carolina today, except for the very far upstate. Everyone else has to watch for some thunderstorm development. And then as we go through today, our excessive rainfall outlook, we do have a slight risk of excessive rainfall for South Carolina, for the places like Columbia, Rock Hill, the PD region of South Carolina, and parts of the Midlands as well, all the way down towards going towards Orangeburg. And that's pretty much it in terms of that. Aiken probably is included in there, and a marginal risk does surround that. So the entire low country of South Carolina, the entire upstate, marginal risk of excessive rainfall, minor flooding is possible. Here's the tropics. We have a huge update in terms of the tropics, but let's talk about the models for the future first. So as we go into the 11Z, we're going to push this forward. And again, not really much until we get to around 4 or 5 o'clock ish, where you can start to see showers and thunderstorms start to form around 4 to 5 o'clock. Those are going to continue to push out, and as we get to around 10 o'clock p.m., they'll really start to clear out. But some showers still possible near the Greenville Spartanburg region at around like 10, 11 o'clock, and then it will kind of split and kind of try and exit out, but that's at around 1 o'clock in the morning. And that's all as far as I'm going to go in terms of that. So that's just for the next 18 hours or so. And then here is our tropical weather outlook. This is, again, just something that we really need to be watching for. This is now in VEST. Yes, this is now in VEST 98L. So this means that this is a storm that we will really have to watch, which is why it was made in VEST. Let me show y'all now. Let me read this first. Yeah, that's probably better if I just read it first. But right now it says, near the Lesser Antilles and Greater Antilles in VEST 98L, shower and thunderstorm activity has increased since yesterday in association with a tropical wave located roughly midway between the Cabo Verde Islands and the Lesser Antilles. Gradual development of this system is possible during the next couple of days, while it moves westward to west-northwestward across the central tropical Atlantic. Afterwards, conditions are expected to become more conducive for development, and a tropical depression is likely to form by early to the middle part of next week, while the system approaches, then moves near or over the Lesser Antilles. The system is forecast to continue moving generally west-northwestward and could approach portions of the Greater Antilles by the middle to latter part of next week. So a 30% chance of this thing forming in the next 48 hours, and then an 80% chance of this thing forming in the next 7 days. So we do have a lot to worry about with this thing. But, well, I honestly would say we have a lot to worry about in terms of development. But in terms of it making a landfall, we have no idea about it yet. But there's that. Here is Invest 98L on satellite. You can start to see the convection popping off. And this is why it's intensifying. It's popping off more convection. It's starting to become a bit more organized. And that's why we're seeing this development right here. So this is that, and even as we go to current storms, we go to 98L. Let's look at the intensity guidance right here. Most has it becoming like a tropical storm, but then like kind of has it kind of like evening out right before it hits a category 1. That's still like 168 hours out from now. So we still have like a little while to go until like all the models agree with each other. Some are saying probably worst case scenario, category 2. So we'll see what happens there. Let's go on and let's talk about the hurricane model guidance. The hurricane model guidance right now has it getting close towards Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, and kind of curving up. So that would probably be completely miss us almost. That's what the hurricane models are saying. This is the GFS, the American model ensembles. There's a lot that has it going up into up like to like Nova Scotia. This is a south and east of Nova Scotia. But there's, a couple of stranglers out here. Like there's one over here that tries to get close to South Carolina, makes landfall in North Carolina. So, like I said, we still have a lot to figure out, and this isn't like just an easy cakewalk. It's not going to do this black line, because you see this black line right here. This the median of all of them put together. It's most likely not going to just do that completely. I mean, yeah, it's an average, but it's most likely not going to. If it does, and we were right this far out, that would be really surprising. But it will change. And there will be a couple of stragglers even over here, like I said, near South Carolina. But that's pretty much the GFS, or the American model. In terms of the European ensemble model, or actually this might, yeah, no, it's not this is the GEPS. This is the GEPS, alright. But this one right here actually has it going, again, pretty much same direction, almost up and just out of here, with no issue whatsoever. So honestly, we might not even have to worry about this thing. We might not have to, but honestly, I still say make sure that you are still prepared, just in case if worse comes to worse and this decides to stay on track instead and turn late, what I should say. But that's pretty much Invest 98L. And I mean, that's pretty much all that I have in terms of weather for today. Here's your last look at the radar right here. Again, that shower over there near Dillon. And that's pretty much it in terms of that. Make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button. We are at 192 subscribers. We need 8 more subscribers before we get to our goal of 200. And our goal of 200, we're trying to hit by August 31st. So we need everyone. If you have not hit the subscribe button yet, please hit it. If you've not shared yet, please do that. And please hit the like button as well. Please hit the like button as well. I also do have a message to show after I'm done with tonight's forecast update. So make sure that you guys are there for that. And I'll be back tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. with another forecast update. Make sure that you guys are there for the live. Hey,